Well, as if the issues at Newark Airport aren't enough to make passengers stress, there's also this. Midnight tonight is the deadline to obtain your real ID. After years of pushing it back, the Department of Homeland Security is now set to enforce that deadline. However, today, federal officials sought to reassure those who are not in compliance yet and will still have other options to allow them to travel. And that's good news for New Jersey, which has some of the lowest compliance rates in the nation. Eyewitness News reporter CeFaan Kim live in North Bergen with more. CeFaan.
Well, David, out of about 24 people we spoke with, 2 of them already had a real ID. 2 others were coming in today to get one. The rest of them either had no idea what a real ID is or could not care less for one.
Every time I travel, I use my passport to travel.
Easier.
At
the Motor Vehicle Commission in North Bergen, the day before the real ID deadline, there was a long waiting line, but it wasn't for a real ID.
I ain't got time. I just renewed my passport, so it's
right.
That's all I need.
But it's full steam ahead at Newark Liberty Airport.
We are ready to go. We have a reasonable, manageable plan in place that will be launching at midnight tonight. I think a lot of the delays that have happened in this process over the years kind of gave people a sense of security that it might be delayed again.
New Jersey, in fact, has one of the lowest rates of real ID compliance at 19%, although it has one of the highest rates of passport holders at 80%, which counts as a form of real ID. 45% compliance in New York, where similarly many have passports. Connecticut, meanwhile, coming in at 73% compliance. If you do not have some form of real ID, TSA officials say add an extra 30 minutes to your trip.
The people who are not real ID compliant can rest assured, and they can take a deep breath. They will still be able to process through the TSA checkpoint. They need to just bake in a little bit more time into their journey and anticipate that they will be subjected to some enhanced screening processes.
We recognize that this is a security issue. Congress has had many, many years to reevaluate it and decide if they wanted to change the law or to stop it. And the Biden administration chose that it should go into place on May 7th. And we intend to follow the laws.
But part of the reason why so many in New Jersey haven't gotten a real ID is because securing an appointment at the MVC for one has been a struggle, which is why Helen Castro showed up today hoping they take a walk-in. So you're just hoping you get one today?
Yes, I want to ask.
Now, no surprise, she walked out without a real ID in hand and instead with an application for one in her hand. By the way, TSA officials say at midnight tonight is the start of phase 1. They call that the least restrictive phase, and as time goes on, they say the process will intensify. Eventually, it'll be an absolute requirement to have some sort of real ID in order to fly. Reporting live in North Bergen, CeFaan Kim, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Folks.